As June melts into July, Mama and I complete our volunteer training and start walking shelter dogs on the hike and bike trail around the lake. We take them on field trips to our neighborhood too. Like usual, I ask for Sweet Potato. Like usual, somebody else has already taken her out for the day, but there are plenty of other pooches. A poodle named Jaja, female, 6 years, 1 month. She dances a jig whenever anyone pays attention to her. What a cutie. A Great Pyrenees named Giovanni, male, 5 years, 1 month. Such a majesty, and he's enormous, the size of a miniature pony. A Pomeranian mix named Sir Galahad, male, 8 years, 2 months. Whip smart and high energy. He has lots to say, especially to the squirrels. A Rottweiler named Rye, male, 4 years, 2 months. A total sweetie. Never mind all the drool in his doggy kisses. Day after day, dog after dog, in all their panting, pooping, peeing, tail wagging, shake, beg, roll over glory. Good dog, I praise every time we return one to the shelter, because it hurts less than saying goodbye. That's two, Mama exclaims one morning as we climb the outdoor stairs to our apartment. Rye and Jaja, 2 dogs we've personally introduced to their future families. Mama and I bump fists. Both sets of new owners adopted right away. Not everyone goes looking for a dog. Some folks meet one when they least expect it and fall in love. What's this? It's a sheet of paper taped to our front door. An eviction notice. Mama tears it off and turns it over to read the handwritten note. Ms. Wilson claims that we violated a clause of our rental agreement. She's terminating our lease. Wait, what? What clause? I want to know. Shaking her head, Mama says, no pets allowed. She must have spotted us walking one of the shelter dogs and thought it belonged to us, that we're hiding it here in the apartment. Come morning, I wake to Mama's muffled shouting. You're being unreasonable! Open this door and listen to me! Peering out my window, I watch Mama pound 3 times on the double doors to the big house's kitchen. I glimpse Ms. Wilson through the window inside. Then she disappears behind the blinds. Mama pounds the door again. She tosses her hands into the air and stomps back towards the outstairs stairs to the apartment. Our door opens, slams shut. For a few moments, it's silent. Then the microwave beeps and I hear a fierce strum of her guitar. When I join her in the kitchen, Mom pauses her song. Sorry if I woke you up. What happened? I move to the counter, pick up a flour tortilla, and layer in black beans, turkey bacon, and shredded cheese. We usually have scrambled eggs. Mom props her guitar alongside the doorframe. Ms. Wilson is the most pig-headed person I've ever met. She won't listen to reason. She refuses to speak to me at all. She's blocked my texts and says I'm no longer welcome in her home. She's demanded we pay our last month's rent and vacate the premises. I open the refrigerator door to check. No. Should I start packing? I've done some research. At the fold-out table, Mama pours us each a glass of orange juice. Tenants have rights, but we can't afford avocados, let alone a lawyer. I reach for a second tortilla and make another breakfast taco, this one for my mother. Once we start in on the dishes, Mama declares, Sophie, I've had it. I'm not particularly fond of her highfalutin attitude on a good day, and now I can't very well imagine working for that woman after she's gone and accused us of being liars, after she's cut off all communication and wants to toss us out onto the street without even giving me a chance to tell her what's what. Ms. Wilson isn't the only one around here with a stubborn streak. It's up to me to solve this predicament. I need a bigger power on my side. Puppy dog eyes. That's the sunny day we finally get to walk Sweet Potato, who I named SP. She and I hit it off right away like we've been best friends forever. I suggest to Mama that we treat her to a tour of our neighborhood. Sweet Potato promenades up the sidewalk alongside us, her short legs working double time. That's when I spot the reflection of Ms. Wilson's binoculars pointed in our direction. Right on schedule. I'll drop off the rent, I say, once we reach the long walkway up to the portico. Oh no, baby, Mama crosses her arms. You shouldn't have to face that grump. Not a problem, I reply. I'll take Sweet Potato for protection. Right then, Mama gets a phone call about that night's band gig. I take advantage of the distraction to hightail it with SP up the concrete stairs. At the terrace, Ms. Wilson squares her thin shoulders. Did you bring the rent check? Yes, ma'am, I say, setting down the pup. And I brought this thirsty dog, too. Her name is Sweet Potato, remember, from the shelter website? Tail flying every which way, the dachshund rushes over to charm her. I remember. Like it has a mind of its own, Ms. Wilson's hand strokes the dog's smooth, short coat, gliding over droopy ears and a long body. A smile tugs at her lips, but she forces them back into a straight line. Ms. Wilson adds, But you shouldn't have brought all those dogs home. I simply can't go bending the rules willy-nilly. Jeepers, how many dogs does she think we have hidden in the apartment? I sent the rent check on the wrought iron table. Ms. Wilson pours cool water into the spare tumbler and offers it to a grateful Sweet Potato. Mama and I didn't adopt any dogs. I pull up the shelter's volunteer page on my phone from Ms. Wilson's inspection. Look here, we're helpers. We exercise and socialize the dogs. You didn't bring home any dogs? Ms. Wilson asks, frowning at the screen. That's right, I assure her. But I think Sweet Potato belongs here. I cross my fingers behind my back. Not as a pet for me, a pet for you. This could be her forever home. Her eyes light up, but dogs are expensive, Ms. Wilson stammers. They're a lot of work. She has buckets of money and nothing better to do. I'll pay the adoption fee with my babysitting money. I'll walk the dog and feed her and... My pet, my responsibility, she replies. What if we walk the dog together? I suggest. It's a risk. I bet she misses those long walks through the neighborhood with her late husband. But I'm not sure if the thought of having a new, different company along the way will make her feel better or worse. On the other hand, anybody can tell she's miserable. Maybe this will brighten her days and spirits. I have to try. We'd all walk together? She asks. The three of us? Is she blinking back a tear? Yes, ma'am, I say. And you'll feed the dog? She asks. Yes, ma'am. I can also teach her tricks. Ms. Wilson tucks in a full-blown smile. Her nod is all business. I'd have to reimburse you for your time and efforts. I try not to bounce in place. I try not to grin. So you're considering it? Ms. Wilson picks up Sweet Potato and kisses her forehead. Then she tears the rent check to pieces. I'd best reimburse you for all the pet care you'll be doing. Like I always say, I believe in a fair pay for a job well done. Have your mother write me a new check for 2/3 of that amount. So that would be what? 1/3 off the rent? I was sure Mama would accept that as an apology. Or at least the closest thing to one we were likely to get. What are you waiting for, Sophie Bigheart? Ms. Wilson adds. Run down and tell your mother to get off the phone and bring my car around. I need to fill out the paperwork at the animal shelter. Just remember, this here dog is my dog, not yours. I'll pay for her upkeep and vet bills. Inside, I'm shouting, a dog, a dog, a dog, a dog. And such a happy-making, heart-healing dog, too. Just look at how she's charmed Ms. Wilson. Out loud, I breathe, thank you. Nothing to thank me for. She's still petting SP, who's soaking up the love. You're the one who found my precious Sweet Potato. That's a tone of voice I'm not used to hearing from Ms. Wilson. I'm so excited it's like glitter is falling all around us. I'd better scoot before she changes her mind. But first I ask, is it okay if I give you a hug? With a friendly wink, she replies, don't you dare.